Hey, my name is Shannon Washington. I'll do my first review of the Tyler Perry movie, Acrimony. So let's begin. Tyler Perry movie Acrimony just came out. It is March 31st, 2018. Tyler Perry's made several movies, Medea Halloween, Medea Halloween Boo 2. And I think he did part of Hidden Figures. So he's actually a really good director when he actually tries. He was in Gone Girl, really good movie. And so I was excited to see what movie he does this time. The movie's Acrimony. And if you really want to get to the short end of it, it's shit. Don't watch it. It's terrible. So let's just do a really quick summary of it. It's a story about a girl. I'm going to just use her name, Mandy. It doesn't matter. And she marries a guy named Joe. Doesn't matter what his real name is. He has some Mandy has some sisters. Let's call them sisters. They don't really even go into their names. They have no character. They're just the sisters. Literally, they might as well be called the sisters. And there's a girl. I don't remember her name either. Let's just call her Sandy. And it was basically the four main groups of people in the movie. So the movie starts off of Mandy being mad about Joe, and this is a flashback sequence. And so it starts off the same way Temptation starts off. And that Mandy is telling a counselor or a therapist, I think, about how bad Joe did her wrong. And it shows like a college flashback, and it's just narration the entire time. And so the whole time she's talking about how bad Joe did her and how bad he was a dog and all this other bullshit. Joe was just trying to get some stuff. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just a guy. They were together. He cheated on her. They're in college. It is what it is. And so this is where the movie really starts. And initially, the movie looks promising. You're interested to see like where the story going. Is her anger justified? No. Short answer. She's just crazy. So the movie starts off. They fall in love. And they get together, and so initially the family's against it because Joe's from a poor background. So they make all these really bad dialogue choices about how the sisters are like against poor people, I guess. Like, where are you from? The other side of the track. Just dumb stuff. Really over the top acting. Everyone in this movie needs to stop acting, period. Except lady from Empire, I can't think of her name right now, but she's a good actor. She does the best she can with terrible lines. So basically Joe is cheating on her. Mandy finds out, and instead of being a rational lady, she goes ballistic and she runs her car in the guy's house to the point where she actually injures herself. Whatever. The movie portrays it like Joe's a bad guy, but I don't care how mad you get. If you get behind the wheel and you run into a house and you get hurt, that's your problem. I don't care. It's your problem. Like, the movie tries to show it like she's just angry and she gets angry and shit happens. Like, I get mad, I just run my car into your house. No. No, Tyler Perry, no. No. Also, another big scene of the initial, maybe fourth of the movie, is that the lady's mother dies, Mandy's, and it's really stupid how they do it. And so Mandy's mother dies, and this is a big plot point because Mandy's mother gives her a life insurance policy worth $350,000, and so and also she inherits the house that they live in. It's a good sized house. And so when she dies, she gets this. And you can just tell how bad of a director Tyler Perry is. This is supposed to be a funeral, and no one's crying. Everyone's chill. People making these snarky comments to each other, being assholes, and yeah, drama at a funeral. Yeah, whatever. So it cuts forward. Basically, the guy is using her money for just like dumb stuff. He buys a car with her money. He pays for his college to graduate from college with her money. And it paints Joe to be this guy who's manipulative, and just using her for her money. Which, yeah, I can see that. Joe's not a bad guy, but you're stupid and you're weak, and he's taking all your money. Like, yeah, Joe's a bad guy, but there's probably someone else who would have done the same shit. It is what it is. So at this point in the movie, Mandy's dog shit insane for running into their own car. And Joe is not a very good person either. And the sisters are kind of assholes. Like when Mandy runs into the house and hurts herself with the car. Big plot point is that she also hurts herself, like her ovaries, they burst. And so when the sisters find out, they're not like, Mandy, that was some dumb shit you did over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was dumb. Instead of being like, Mandy, you need help, they go to Joe over here and be like, Joe, it was your fault you did this. How the fuck is it Joe's problem? You did it. I can blame Joe for it. Whatever. Stupid. The women in the movie were loving this. Like, yo, yeah, bitch, you got him. You ain't teach him shit. You hurt yourself in the process. Whatever. I know I got a dick, so forgive me for thinking these things. So, skip forward. It happens to turn out that, years later, like 20 years later, Joe was still working on this dumb shit he was working back in college. There's this battery. It doesn't go into any explanation of what the hell this thing actually is. It's a battery that recharges itself. Perpetual energy. Yeah, whatever. So he's been doing research on this thing for 20 years, and it still doesn't work. Like, come on now. And basically, the last 20 years, Joe has never got a job. He's been working on this thing for 20 years straight. And Mandy's just getting mad about this. Like, come on now. You had 20 years to think about this. You could have got mad a long time ago. But whatever. So they're financially, in ruins, more or less. They have to mortgage their house. It's going up on sale. So because they can't basically afford it. And so the family gets involved because they're like, well, this is our mom's house. We're going to get involved. We're going to start, doing things to help you out. The only thing is that Joe has to actually, do a little bit of effort to help them with the business. Bad dialogue in this scene. All those scenes have bad dialogue, but we'll get past that. If I talk about every bad dialogue scene in this movie, this review would be an hour and a half, maybe longer than the movie. So, Joe stops his research and starts working full time. He actually throws his battery away. And also during this portion of the movie, the wife mentions that she doesn't really want to be rich. She just wants him to, put money on the table and provide for them. Like I understand that. That's admirable. That's cool. So also Sandy got a job at the company that he was mailing his research to. So I'm just using the company Microsoft. So let's say he had this battery and he's trying to sell it to Microsoft. And he's been trying to tell Microsoft for 20 years, mind you, that this battery works and it's going to be a breakthrough for 20 years, right? They never give him a chance. They think he's an idiot. I don't know. But for 20 years, he emails Microsoft. And I'm thinking to myself in the stands like, there's Microsoft, there's Sony, there's Google, like, there's other companies you could have mailed his research to get seen, but he was fixated on this one company, which made no sense. They never talk about it, but it was this one company. And what happened is that Sandy, the girl he had sex with years ago in college, happens to become a new HR director at the company he was the company that he was trying to get in contact with. Cool. So it happened that, no surprise, he doesn't cheat on Mandy by no means. He talks to Sandy, and Sandy hooks him up with the interview. Problem is that the interview is set up at a time where he's doing this really important thing for the company that his family's working with. Also, the same company, the sisters, is, trying to, they're working to, pay for the house. So, he's in a tough bind. He's like, I can either give up on my dream forever, or I can fuck up their company and, try this. It's stupid, like I said. It's really dumb, like the script. So, if he's late by like 10 minutes for this delivery, they lose their clients. But like any fucking thing can happen. I think in the movie he has to get something delivered by 11. It's like 10 o'clock. What if a tire goes out? What if someone hits them? Like, you are cutting yourself so close to being cut off. Like, if you're that close to being like super late for a super important delivery, maybe you need to deliver it earlier. Just think about, why not deliver it earlier? What if someone rear-ended him? What if his tire got flat? What if anything could happen? Oh, we lose our business. Only a movie Tyler Perry would write that would happen. So of course he goes to the business meeting and they like his battery, but they don't offer him enough money. The amount of money is not important. It is that they offer him a lot of money, but it's not enough money that he feels that it's worth it. So what happens is that he comes back home. The family's mad that he fucked up their company, and the wife finds out that he was with Sandy. Because what happened is that when they had their business meeting, Sandy left her wallet in the car. And instead of having an irrational woman, this is how you realize Mandy's fucking insane even more than earlier. Is that instead of having a rational conversation saying, babe, I saw her wife. I saw Sandy's purse in your car. What happened? Are you cheating on me? He's like, no. She works at the company I've been trying to get in contact with. She got me a hookup. I just got seen. End of story. There's no conflict. Now, if that happened in the movie and everything else played out the way it would have, there would have been no dramatic ending. It would have been really cool. No big deal. Instead, Mandy's a bitch. And she's crazy. And she doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't believe anything he says. And she basically threatens to kill him. Fuck. She just ran her car into a fucking house. So you already think she's crazy. She does other shit in the movie that makes you think her crazy. But this is just like the point where you're like, okay, this bitch is really out there. So they lose the house still. Because he doesn't have any money. She doesn't have any money either. They lose the house, and basically they just they agree to get divorced. And she moves on, and she talks to someone else, and he moves on to talk to someone else, which is not okay. So what happens is that she moves on to talk to another guy in the movie. I don't think they even tell you his name. It doesn't matter. And then Joe talks to Joe's homeless for like 4 months, and the movie kind of reminds me of Pursuit of Happiness at this point. Because Pursuit of Happiness is about Will Smith, and he has these computers, and he's trying to sell, and he's homeless, and he's trying to make it work, and it's a movie about perseverance. And at this point, you really feel sorry for Joe, because he lost his wife, he's homeless, he has nothing to show for this years of work, and he's in a bad place, and he really thinks his stuff is worth something, but he doesn't get the worth that he believes it is, And I feel bad for Joe. He's a fuck up. He did use his wife's money. But you do feel bad for Joe. Mandy, on the other hand, she's crazy. So it's really hard to feel shit for anything for her. She's just nuts. So it happens that Sandy finds out that he's homeless. And Sandy allows him to move in with her. And so they're not doing anything wise. But what happens is that Sandy basically hooks him up to the point where his battery, his invention, is not just making some money. He's rich. Like, bam, fucking. He went from like being in a homeless shelter, being rich, and bam, done, gone. Like, that's it. So he's rich, and all of a sudden, he goes back to the wife, and he tells her, "Thank you for all the years you loved me. I appreciate everything you did, and here's $10 million to repay for everything I ever did to you. And here's the keys back to your mom's house that got closed." And so he did pay her back that and some, because she only wanted like $1.2 million. And she said in the movie that it wasn't even about being rich. She just wanted him to pay the bills. Well, he paid the bills, and you divorced him because you thought he was cheating and all this other bullshit. And, you know, even during this discussion before he says this, she's talking about how they'll never get back together. How he's such a badass and you're a piece of shit. You're a loser. You trying to look cute. You look awful. And as soon as he tells her, I'm rich, bitch. Oh my God, I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh my, I love you so much, baby. You, like, come on. Like, come on. Her character almost comes out as like just a straight gold digger at this point. Like, really. So what happens is that, surprise, surprise, Joel goes back with Sandy, and Mandy's mad because she's with, you know, the first girl. But I'm like, me as an individual watching the movie, I cannot sympathize with her because she's literally got a $10 million check from this guy. Got her house back. And she said that she didn't love him anymore, and she didn't want him. You know, fuck. I wish my ex would do that to me. Fuck, I'd be cool with that. Shit, yeah, you know, pass it, you know. Every ex I ever got give me $10 million, shoot. You know, come on now. Like, really? You can't be upset about nothing. And the movie still portrays it like she's still mad. Even though the movie should end at this point, it should be about Joel overcoming all this shit. And how, you know, you should stick together as a couple, and you can persevere if you stick it through. That's not what Tyler Perry does. He says, fuck it, we're gonna go straight Jason Voorhees. And so for the rest of the movie, he turns into a psycho thriller, I guess. So she goes from basically being mad that he wasn't providing to, that's mine. And the best way I can explain this is, her argument is this. So, since she input all of her time investment in him, everything he does belongs to her. Like, all his money, his wife, because now he's rich. And it's like this. So, if I have a son, and I work, and we play baseball every day, we go to play catch, I take him to the cages, we go work out, and all this other stuff, and he becomes a great baseball player to the point he makes it to the major leagues. And he's like an all-star, gets this big fat contract. Bam, let's say 8 figures. Maybe 7, you know, whatever. And they give him this fat contract. I'm not going to be like, hey son, you know all those years of me playing catch with you? I invested that time, so pay up. That's kind of the argument she has during the movie, and it's really stupid. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. People look at me like I'm fucking crazy talking to this camera. It's really, really, really bad. And so she goes crazy trying to tell her everything that belongs to him and everything like that. These people are literally looking at me like I'm crazy. It's hilarious. You can't see it, but it's pretty funny. If I'm about to say, I might move. So it's pretty funny. So she goes psycho crazy. She wants to start killing Sandy. She starts posting nasty things on their page. Sandy and Joel's about to get married, and to the point where she burns the dress to the wedding. Okay. So at this point, you feel like Joe's a good person who persevered, and he got rid of the crazy bitch, which fuck I would have too. You know, fuck you. You crazy. I wouldn't go back with you either. You know, after the first time you almost tried to kill me, the second time you kicked me out for doing nothing. Yeah, I need to leave. You're gone. Joe is a smart ass man. He should run for president in the United States. If Joe was a real person, I'd vote for him. You left that crazy bitch. So after he leaves her, they go to. Let me move because I think I'm crazy. Hold on. You okay? No. No. Okay. They're just staring at me all weird. That was awkward. Sorry about that. People literally just staring at me. I'm just parked at an apartment complex right in front of my spot. I guess they thought I was doing something malicious, I guess. So literally, so yeah, she just goes crazy thinking about the ex, saying that's my life, she's living in my shoes, her diamond ring is my diamond ring, and all this other dumb shit. So the movie kind of wraps us up really quickly. It's really hard to even, like I said, it's really hard to even empathize with her because she's just nuts. So it goes up that she's crazy, and it just kind of jumps from like she's going crazy thinking about this relationship that she wishes that she was this person too. The last 10 minutes of the movie, and oh my god, at this point in the movie, it just shows that Tyler Perry cannot tell a coherent story. It's just bad. So Joe's with his new wife, and they're on this fancy yacht. It's obviously not a yacht. They're probably in their pool. The sky's even blue, green screened. FYI, the green screen in this movie's terrible. It's super low budget. It should not even be in the theaters. This movie should goddamn be on Lifetime, fucking FX at worst. Like, it's not a theatrical release. The special effects are laughable. I mean, I could make a green screen better than this. I just put, like, fuck. So so basically it doesn't make sense. So they're on this boat and they're enjoying themselves, and out of nowhere Mandy comes by. How the fuck did Mandy get to the boat in the middle of the ocean? Like, she turns into like to Jason Voorhees, scuba diving miles to go on this boat and all. It's just dumb as fuck. It doesn't make any sense. How did she get on this boat? So she gets on this boat and she has a gun and she shoots Joe basically. And you're like, whoa. Tyler Perry, what happened? Like, what happened? She wanted to be with him, so no one can be with him. Like, I get that. I seen like that kind of storyline happen, but that wasn't what she wanted in the movie. She wanted to be with him, and the other lady was living her life. But you kill him because of it? Like, it's out there, whatever. I understand her killing the other girl. Yeah, it's stupid, but it makes sense. I thought what was gonna happen with this movie. I thought they were gonna do it like another Temptation. That the new chick, all of a sudden, she was great initially. I thought she was gonna poison Joe. Sandy was gonna poison Joe and kill him and take all his money. And that would have been like, oh, you never leave your first love. Or Sandy tries to kill Joe, and then Mandy, coming like super crazy bitch, because, happens to save the day. Save your first husband. So I was like, well, she was crazy, but she was crazy in love with him. So it was all okay. Like, I thought that was going to happen. I didn't expect this shit to happen at all. I applaud you, Tyler Perry. You went out there, good job. Made a shit movie, but good job thinking outside the box. So she shoots Joe, and basically the movie ends rather abruptly. And her foot gets caught in the anchor of the boat, kind of like some cartoon stuff. And basically the anchor gets caught on her foot, and she kind of falls down when the anchor goes down, and she dies. And the movie kind of just ends. Like, there really is no epilogue. There is nothing happens at the end. The movie just kind of ends. And so you're like, wait, so what the fuck just happened? And Tyler Perry thinks it's like this big, beautiful story that he told. That they're playing like this R&B music while she's floating in the water with the wedding dress that she took. It's supposed to be all beautiful and shit. And you're just like, you should be ashamed of yourself, Tyler Perry, that you put this filth on the television, in the movie theater. Whoever let you put this shit on the theater, it's unbelievable. Now, let's just wrap this shit up. I'm probably gonna this is probably about to be about 30 minutes. I'm just gonna wrap this shit up as much as I can. So that's the basic story. Set was cheap. The boat was obviously not even a real boat. It was a set. Music design, it was obvious. I mean, the music design, the movie. Music was fine. It was nothing serious. They used like 2 or 3 songs. The acting was shit. The plot was laughably stupid. You know, like I said, in the movie, what they should have done if they were gonna go this route with the movie, is that they should have made Joe a lazy son of a gun, just bastard. Like you shouldn't have just done anything. You should have been at home drinking beer, watching porn, eating pizza, being fat, and like she should have like built him up throughout the movie of him being better. Then after he becomes this star, he leaves her. Hey, that's basically the same story of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Like it'd been the same movie twice. I guess they couldn't have done that. Yeah, but that would make a little bit more sense than this, because as the movie is right now, it just fails on every level. None of the people have any character. The sisters are asses. Basically they're seeing the movie where they realize that he's rich, and they go from saying, "Oh, he's a fucking loser. He's a no good son of a gun." They're actually celebrating, drinking champagne when they get divorced, Mandy and Joe. But as soon as Joe hits big, I always thought Joe was gonna make it big. Like every character in the movie was terrible. Like I said, Sandy was okay. Sandy didn't even have character. She was just kind of the chick. I don't even know nothing about Sandy. Like Sandy has zero character. I can't tell you one thing Sandy likes. What is Mandy like? What is the sister like? There is no character development. All the scenes in the movie are very lazily just slapped together. When there's having scenes of like having these dialogue in the beginning of the movie, when she's having these narration scenes, talking about like he loves me and he's so sexy, so suave. I heard from someone say, in the movie you show, don't tell. All they did was tell. Like they didn't show anything that was like groundbreaking, that you thought there was actually a connection. There was one scene when they were walking down this green screen bayou of them talking about how they're going to be rich one day. But it's not very good because obviously it's green screened. And there's nothing substance. Like they should have had like a date night or, just anything to build just connection. Like I saw Love, Simon. And even though they in the movie Love, Simon, if you don't know, they email each other back and forth talking about who they are and how they communicate. That was a better love story online than these people in person. I don't know. If I give this movie a review, I might give it a 2 out of 10. I thought the person who played Mandy, who played the Empire, did a really good job. But this, like I said, the script just kind of falls apart. No one's motives make any sense, except Joe's. Like I said, Joe is not a good person. If you watch this movie and you leave saying, "Well, Joe wasn't the best," I can see you saying that, but he does not deserve to be stabbed. And it's a failure of Tyler Perry putting this movie together, and how poorly the editing was. That didn't leave any impact. If you watch the movie, when Mandy kills him at the end, they could have done so much. Like, if you it's just so poor. Like, they could. I'm saying what they could have done is Tyler Perry. He can't. You don't try. He put these cheap movies out and he makes money because people watch it. Like me. I'm trying to think of anything else. Like every scene in the movie doesn't make sense. Like how she get to the boat. Where the hell did she get this acid to burn the dress? It's just all over the place. So I don't know. I'm just ranting about this. I can rant about this movie for hours. It just was that bad. I just had to get off my chest. But overall, don't watch this movie. Tyler Perry, I applaud you for trying something new. There was no Jesus in this movie. There was no Medea in this movie. You really try to make a good movie, but it's actually laughably bad halfway through. It was laughably bad initially, but halfway through, it just made no sense. The movie should have ended when she got her money, and that should have been it. There was no point for her to go crazy. I sympathize with her being upset that the guy moved on and started doing stuff that she wanted to do. But once you divorce someone, you have no more claim to that. So, yeah. Bad movie. Well, this is Shannon Washington. I'm just trying to get this review out there for anyone who actually watched this movie. Don't do it. And, I'm out.